Imagine that you've got a professional performing artist that's been in business for over 15 years, got 505 five-star reviews, and you want to pick their brains? That's what you do with me, friends. Just send me your questions and I'll answer them for you. And I'll hope to make you as much money as possible. Now, when I started out, I wish I had somebody that I could talk to all about my questions of becoming a children's party entertainer. In fact, I do. His name is Magic Glenn. Magic Glenn is my best friend and also my arch enemy. We will kill each other. We go out for tea and then secretly I drop cyanide into his tea just to make him gasp with air and die so I can have all the shows. No, actually, we are competitors, but we do help each other out a lot as well, because if you've got competition in your area and you're friends with them, they'll just give you, for free usually, or a little bit of a kickback, some shows that will keep you in the money. Now, you may not know anybody in your area, or you may think that you don't really have a friend in your area that you can talk to your deepest, darkest secrets. Discuss them with me in an open realm of YouTube. I'll keep your secrets safe with me. So here are some of the questions that I get. I'm going to read them out for you.
Letters for Super Steph.
So this letter is from a lady called Jasmine. It says, "Dear Super Steph, something crossed my mind last night. I commissioned a logo for $50, but that actually turns out to be just the setup fees, which weren't disclosed to me. Now the artist wants another $400 for a transfer of ownership. I'm not sure if that's a fair rate. I'm dormant right now, but the logo has my business name on it, which is copyrighted. Does anyone else copyright their business name? Do you really have to, since a business is registered and most of the time requires other government and tax paperwork, registration, business licenses, etc. I have my website for many years, which is also dormant, but that has my business name right on it." Jasmine, you're getting full up with paperwork. First of all, the most important thing is nobody is going to care about you to give you any fines or fees if you're not earning anything. At this moment in time, if you're not doing any shows or very few shows, you're not worth suing or fining or anything. So don't worry about all the paperwork. Just get down to your selling, because at this moment in time, you've just got a hobby. It's a hobby. Until you're actually earning money, real money, then I would just forget about the registration and the copyright, because all you're doing is making sort of a barrier towards you actually performing. You're sitting back and thinking, I've got to make sure that I do this correctly. There is no correct. And most of the time, it's really just to keep tabs on everybody who are making money so that they can collect the tax. But if you ain't making any money, Jasmine, you're not going to be paying tax anyway, so don't worry about it. With this whole thing of business and copywriting your business name, yes, you can go ahead and do that, but I think you're just really hiding behind the paperwork. Just go out there, forget about all that paperwork and get yourself known, get yourself some advertising, and get yourself some money before you worry all of that stuff. Sell, sell, sell. That's all you've got to be worried about. Read the books on selling, not the paperwork on copywriting.
Letters for Super Steph.
This one is from Jamie. "Dear Super Steph, my Google reviews have now dropped and I don't know why. I used to have 28 Google reviews, all at 5 stars, but now all I have is 18 Google reviews at 5 stars. What's happening?" Jamie, I tell you what's happening. This happens every probably about 4 years. For some reason, your Google reviews will drop, but don't worry, they seem to just come back again. It's some sort of weird bug that happens every now and then with Google. Don't worry about it. What you do need to worry about is your Google overall rating. At the moment in time, we've got 505 5-star overall reviews. And if I've got 505 versus 485, nobody's going to care anyway. As long as you don't have like the 3.5 star, because that means something's going terribly wrong. So forget about how many numbers of 5 stars you've got. Just be happy that you've got 5 stars and the rest of it will work itself out. Now, if you like these tips, I've got a guide on the simple steps to become a well-paid kids party entertainer as a side hustle or as full-time. Now, I believe that this is the best job in the world, especially if you love working with children. So just comment below, give me the guide, and I'll send it to you. Or if you click on the link below, you'll also get the same guide. This is an email from Anna. "I've had my first "it's too much" after upping my hourly rate by $10 US an hour. This is the first time we've upped our rate in 2 years. The only reason we did it is because one of our supplies went up by $10. We already have one of the cheapest face painting businesses out there. This all being said, I received a really good piece of advice from one of the members in here. They made the point that if you give a discount, the client will always expect a discount. That's true. I also live in a small area that if I allow one client a discount, chances are the people will get wind of it and the others will expect the same discount. Okay, so there's two things going on here. One's worried about upping the price and having this, it's too much. Mate, you're going to end up being too much for most people if you make sure that your prices are up, which they should be. If you're running around over here being the cheapest possible, there is no room for error. Just put your prices up. Because if, for example, you need to refund somebody, it has to come out of that budget and you have to have like a good, healthy bottom line. Bottom line just means that you've got your turnover, which is all the sales, then you've got your expensive, and the bottom line down here is turnover minus expenses. Make it nice and fat, juicy, like a big hamburger. Oh, yummy. Try not to be the cheapest out there. All you'll get is cheap-ass people. I know, because I'm one of them. I'm always going around, oh, that's too expensive, oh, that's too expensive. It's not my fault. If I was a billionaire, I'd probably still doing the same thing. It's just ground into me from my family. Get the cheapest rate. What's free? What's free? Also, I disagree about this thing about not having discounts. Look, we are all psychologically made, especially women, for sales. Oh, sales. Oh, there's a sale. I'm running to the sale. Help me. So when we see those big, juicy, red sale words, we just dribble. Oh, I can see a sale in sight. Is that a sale? And we'll go there. We don't even care what the price is. And that's what I'm saying to you. This is the secret that we've been doing. The secret is up your prices, then put a sale on top. We've just literally upped our prices $50. And then we've given them a lovely Valentine's Day special, $50 off. Now, would you rather have the company which is $400 for like a 1.5 hour show, or would you want the company which is $200 for 1.5 hour show? But saying that, the $400 one has just given you a whacking big $50 off, making it $350. Still expensive, but that one's a sale. Jeff, we've got to get the one with a sale on. They must be good, and there's a sale. So get the better clients and work with the people that have money, because if they have money, then that money will filter down to you. Don't work with people who don't have money, because you won't get any money.
Letters for Super Steph.
So this is somebody from a Facebook page, and it says here, can someone help me come up with post ideas? Now, I do agree with making sure that you do Facebook posts all the time, but if they're just you as Belle sitting there like this or doing this, it's just a bit boring. So make it fun. And the best way to make it fun is people love kids. So when you have somebody take a photo and put it on your reviews and they say, oh, little Jimmy loved this party, then you say, hello, can I use that for my Facebook page? And then just use it on there, because people like seeing little kids having fun. Or if you're dressed as a princess, a beautiful princess, do some sort of incongruity just to get you out there. No, none of this. Because everybody does it. Everybody does it. Get them boxing gloves on. Just go down to your local jiu-jitsu place or wherever they do boxing and ask, can I borrow these for $20 and I'll get the $20 back? Get some boxing gloves. Get some cheapy ones. Facebook Marketplace. Resell them on. Have the princess boxing some balloons. Bah, 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 bah. Boom, 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 boom. Hurrah! Make it something weird and incongruous that it will be shared, because it's all about the sharing. It's all about the sort of like, moving from person to person to person rather than fading into the background, because we've all seen the pretty princesses and they all look exactly the same. Don't be the same. Now, if you like this video, please show me that you liked it by ticking the thumbs up down below. And if you have any input for the next video, please comment below so that I can hear your point of view, as I do really want to hear what you have to say, because you have also got great ideas too. So this is a message from Tyrone. It says, Super Steph, who do you recommend for web design? Web design is one of those ones where you really just want to sort of like take a rope and... I can't believe I said that. But you'll find it's true. It doesn't matter which person in the country you're at. They will do stuff which you have asked them not to do. And then you got to pay for it. That's nice, isn't it? So instead, what you need to do is, first of all, drink some concrete. Because this is going to be a hard run. Number one, if you're going to be in one of those countries where it's very expensive to live in, for example, Australia, America, UK, those sorts of places, then you're going to end up having web designer people that say it's going to be like $18,000. You can smell the cigar smoke through the phone. they're going to charge you an arm and a leg, even though it's not actually that hard because there's lots of templates around. So this is what I do. I look around for somebody, it doesn't have to be in an entertaining company, but what I do is I look around for someone who's got a luxurious looking website. I don't want cheap colours, reds, yellows, blues, something which makes me look like a kid's entertainer, even though I am a kid's entertainer. I want something that shows luxury, because wouldn't you rather have luxury at your house rather than a cheap blue, yellow and red website like those clowns at the circus and the festivals? Get something that you like so you can go to Upwork, and they have people in the Philippines. I love working with people in the Philippines, and India, not so much, different time zone, gets complicated, and Estonia and Ukraine and all of these, America, all these places. So you go there with your website and say, can you make one like this? And then at least they know what sort of template. Otherwise, you go there with scratch with some drawings, you're going to get really bad websites. I've been there, and they make stuff up. Or you can spend a fortune on somebody who's probably in the same industry as you, and they can make a website for you, which is going to work beautifully, but you're going to have to pay for it. And I don't like paying for stuff.
Letters for Super Steph.
So this is a question about photography, which I know a bit about photography because my sister is a professional photographer. Dear Super Steph, I'm bad about remembering to try to take photos during events that I'm working on. I'm a magician. I'm working in a large public event put on by the city soon, and I really would like to go out and chat to the photographer and see if I could reach out and ask them about paying extra to snap a couple of extra pictures for me while they're already there. Here's a better idea. Instead of trying to find the photographer's name and then contacting them, all that sort of stuff, go out when you see them on the day and say, hey, I'm just wondering, is there any way, I know you're working for DMC Group today, some sort of company I made up, but if there's any way that you end up taking any photos of me, I'd love to see them so I can sort of buy them off you for my website, if that's okay. That way, one, you're not messing around asking managers and then them thinking, is this possible? Is this allowed? I don't know. Just go directly to the photographer and ask them direct. And if they're a photographer and they see you, they're going to take some photos of you thinking, I can probably score here a little bit extra. And you're making it sort of implicit rather than really explicit. Hey, can you take some photos of me? Because really, that company is paying the photographer not just for that 1 hour session to go round, or half a day session to go round. They're paying them also to travel up from Bournemouth, to go to London, to stay overnight, so there's all this extra stuff that this company is paying for that you don't have to pay for. So they might get a little bit funny because you're sort of like going under just get a few snaps. So just talk to the photographer like quietly. That's what I would do. If you like that, there's a little video up there about setting yourself up as a face painter without breaking the bank and without much talent. Thanks friends, I'll do another one of these, so please write your emails in and I will tell you what I think. Right or wrong, mostly wrong sometimes. Take everything I say with a pinch of salt and a dash of vodka, because we're all just bumbling around having no idea why we're here on this planet, except for religious people. See you later, bye.